So let's start. My name is Alexey Bogdanovich, and I'm going to be the moderator of today's webinar. We'd like to discuss all together with you not simple topic. Why do good employees quit in 3 years? And how do IT solutions will assist your business to save employees? People believe that jobs need to change every 3 years. What should a business do so that employees don't leave but continue to be useful even if in a different position? You need to lead the person from day one so that they don't stagnate in one place but move up the career ladder, change roles and see prospects. So let me introduce the webinar team. Polina Kiselь, SAP Business Process Consultant in SAP SuccessFactors with huge experience in talent management solution. Hi, Polina.
Hello, colleagues.
And Vladimir Zhorodov, Business Development Manager at LeverX Group. Hi, Vladimir.
Hello, colleagues.
So, and now a few words about LeverX. LeverX as an SAP Gold Partner and Global Strategic Supplier unites two teams, LeverX and Emerline, with more than 1,500 experts supporting our clients worldwide. Our offices are located in North America, Europe, and Central Asia. For the past 19 plus years, we have been an industry leading SAP partner and delivered around 1,000 SAP projects worldwide across many industries. Our portfolio covers the full spectrum of SAP solutions, including human resource management as well. And now I guess it's the time to pass the word to Vladimir. Vladimir has prepared great and well-reasoned research, and I hope he's happy to share his thoughts. Vladimir, please.
Thank you, Alex. Yeah, indeed, it's a really interesting introduction. Thank you for your part. So, colleagues, before we can answer this question, I think we can move forward and ask ourselves, why do people actually work? There are multiple reasons, and you can Google it up and find different options and ways of why people actually work. But majority of the people come to the conclusion that people work for money and professional self-realization. Now, we decided to put professional self-realization on top of the money because it's a win-win in the long term. We truly believe in that. Aside from my personal experience, I can share that I stay close with our HR department, and I also have friends who work in other IT companies, and they often tell me that software engineers get better job offers with more money, but people are still staying at the company because they see that the self-realization point is on key there. So money is always great. Of course, we have to live. Of course, we have to eat and buy something. But when it comes to professional self-realization in the long-term run, it's a win-win. So how long do employees work for one company? We decided to divide the people in 3 groups. Here you can see the first group of people who are uncertain about the work. These people are typically have the option and change. These people can change the job multiple times during the year. And of course, for the company, for the employer, it's not really ideal, I would say, group of people. But if we talk about our company, for example, we do work with such people because we work with students and people who graduate from technical universities. So of course, we provide part-time opportunities, and of course, we try to nurture and grow them as they get older. Yes. So next group, we have a group of people who work 2 to 3 years. Oh, sorry, go back, Alex. Go back. Yes. So we have a group of people who work 2 to 3 years in the company, and in this webinar, we're trying to focus on this specific group. Then, of course, we have a group of people who are called the stability group, people who work for the company for more than 5 years. These people know company very well. They know all ups and downs. And of course, for the company, it's ideal to manage and keep these employees because they act as a core-driven machine, so to speak. So these are the 3 main groups. Please, Alex. So why do actually people think about quitting their job? Of course, we have personal reasons and we have complex company reasons. Under the personal reasons, we have no job prospects, no self-development, no reward for workers, and the job doesn't meet expectations. For the complex company reasons, we have no employee promotion planning, no opportunity to improve expertise, no unbiased feedback from managers and colleagues, and no complete assessment of goals and results. Now, what's important to realize here is that quite often companies try to solve personal reasons, where in reality we need to automate complex company reasons. So, for example, we can, maybe Alex, can you please move forward? To continue this conversation, usually what do companies do? They try to retain employees. So they can come up with a new reward system, challenging projects and prospects. They can improve overall team, improve workplace condition, and decrease routine processes. Now, all this is great, but all of these steps do not assure and provide perspectives, career growth, and overall evaluation of the job. It looks like the employee must to remind of himself or herself that all the time that they need to they need benefits and promotion. So this is not really a good situation for a long term if we want to keep our employees. Okay. So do we apply the right solutions? Now, there are multiple HR management systems out there, and of course you can search them up. But like Alex mentioned, we specialize on SAP. We've been a trusted business partner and global strategic provider for the SAP. So in this webinar, we will talk more about SAP SuccessFactors, which is a software that allows us to integrate and monitor adaptations of our employees, control their efficiency, training, and professional development at the company as well. So what is an employee lifecycle? Now, it's important to understand that in such HR management software solutions, we need to understand what an employee's life cycle is. Basically, employee life cycle is the path of our employee at the company. Such diagrams allow us to visualize the chronology of the entire employee experience from their first day at the company and the beginning of adaptation to leaving or retiring. It covers all the key interaction points and stages that are most important for the employee. And we can see that for the group of people who we are targeting, they are likely want and need job promotion, recognition, and assessment. Now, talking about automation of the HR processes, we can conclude that digital transformation is a must. Every life cycle has its own digital module. So, and each module has its own templates and drafts and tools for work. So we need to figure out and set the processes through the module in order to understand what our employee is looking for. And Alex, please forward. So the benefits of automated solutions. Now, once again, there are multiple automated solutions out there, but just to tell you a little bit about SAP, SAP SuccessFactors was founded in 2001 and became a part of the SAP in 2012. It is used by more than 200 million users in more than 200 countries. So you can just imagine the scope and how many people are using this solution worldwide. It's obvious that it can definitely help your company. And we as SAP experts can definitely help you with that. So do we apply the right solution? Well, actually, yes, we do. If we bring job prospects to the people. The whole idea here is to create conditions for growth and processes that would give us results. So thank you very much. Alex, I give words to you.
Yes, thank you, Vladimir, for comprehensive presentation and your approach to the webinar preparation. Let me mention that you have an option to ask your questions during the webinar using the Q&A tool at the bottom of your screen. Please ask your questions and we will be happy to answer as well during the webinar, and after the webinar you can scan QR code at the screen and contact us directly. So I guess we can continue, and now let's have a look at the theoretical side. In the practice we have had a look, and time for the most interesting part, I guess, of the webinar. Polina, please continue.
Okay, thank you so much, Alexey. So hello, everyone. Once again, my name is Polina. I am SAP SuccessFactors consultant for talent management solutions. And today I would like to describe you the most interesting tools that SAP SuccessFactors has. Let's start from the first one. And I would like to start from goal management side. So what does it mean? What does this tool do in order to help your company to improve your life cycle for your users? So this powerful goal management allows your users to develop goals instantly with some recommendations from goal library, or for example, by using another interesting option, especially cascading goals. And also this tool helps you to continuously update employee effort or success probability. Goal solution gives your managers more control over goal execution with the ability to set cascading goals and see individual or team or even company-wide progress. Let's go deeper to the system and review together how the process of creation goals look in SAP SuccessFactors. So right now you can see this standard system, this functionality that allows your users to create performance goals in their goal plans. This is the page where you can see the main goal plan, and all users can create their performance goals. First of all, of course, it is necessary to provide goal name, just what will be the goal for this user. Also, it is important to define some metrics, for example, some mandatory fields, in order to understand which goal should be achieved. So here, as you can see, we can provide the metric information, how we would like to understand that this goal will be achieved, and also some other information if needed, for example, weight, start date, and due date, how this goal will be achieved and when exactly will be the deadline for this goal. So also, as you can see, we have this field status that helps us to track the progress of our goal. And if needed, user can update this field. If, for example, user has already achieved something about this goal, for example, change the status to on track or even to behind, in order to understand that this goal is just in progress, for example, or if user has some problems with this goal. This is the process of filling all these fields. Of course, these goals can be managed by manager, and of course, these goals can be visible for HR manager in order to understand the main picture of the progress for the company. So this is the place where you can find these goals and where you can track the main information about these goals. You can go deeper in order to update, for example, goals that were already created by your users, for example, adjust some fields, weights, due dates, or even goal name if needed. So this option is available for everyone, and it helps you to make your employees more responsible about their performance progress, about their performance goals. So let's move to the next tool, and let's talk a little bit more about the next interesting tool, which is called continuous performance management. This tool helps you to stimulate more continuous dialogue and feedback session between your manager and employees, helping them have more structured conversations about how to align and improve performance. With this continuous performance management tool, you can request and share real-time feedback from peers about some achievements and results. So let's see how it looks in the system in SAP SuccessFactors. I will start from the first tool, which is called continuous performance. Here we have an option to create some activities by filling activity name, and also we can provide status information about this activity. And the main interesting thing is that we can link this activity with our performance goal in order to understand what actions should be done from our side in order to achieve our performance goal. Of course, user can update the status of this activity. Here, for example, we have activity on status not started, and we can move to another activity. And also we can review these activities from the view of goals. So here, for example, imagine that user has already achieved something, this activity is on track, and now this activity was completed. So system will provide you an option to mark this activity as an achievement in order to understand that your user has some results about these activities, about these achievements, and this user has good progress in achieving his or her performance goals. So of course, it is possible for us to create separate achievement. So here, this is quite interesting and user-friendly interface. So you can set up achievement name. You can link this achievement with your performance goals just to highlight that you have already had some results, you have already achieved something, and your manager will be notified that you are good at achieving your performance goals. So this is how the process of this continuous performance tool looks. So you can go deeper to see your achievements, achievement details. You can link your achievements with goals. And yes, this is really nice functionality, which many companies are happy to use. In order to work with continuous feedback functionality, we will go to the next step, and this is the place where we can request feedback from our colleagues, where we can provide feedback about our colleagues. And this tool really helps you to have these closer relationships between your colleagues. So here, let's start from requesting feedback. You can select exact user who you would like to ask for providing a feedback. So here you can also define the feedback topic and define some main questions. And based on this selection, this user will provide his or her feedback about your results. So let's try this option. Just to define these main questions and send this request to Andrea Hernandez, to our colleague, in order to get the feedback about our results from her side. Let's try and see how Andrea will see her request. In order to see this, I will proxy as Andrea Hernandez, and let's see this functionality from her perspective. So Andrea will receive a notification that new feedback request came to your site, and now it means that she needs to work with this request. So she can open this request and provide her feedback based on your selected questions, based on feedback topic, and based on these 3 questions that we defined previously. So this is the process of providing a feedback. And this is a really popular tool because it's really interesting functionality. You can always have opportunity to provide a feedback and to request feedback from your colleagues, and based on this feedback, you can get more objective, more precise performance results. So yes, this is the process how another user can answer on these questions. So also what I can say about this functionality, it also has opportunity to have Outlook integration, and your users can answer on these feedback requests from Outlook page. It really helps you to save your time, and it's really comfortable option just to answer on these questions from Outlook page like you usually answer on emails. So really interesting tool. I think we can go to the next part And let's speak about our performance assessment, probably the main important part in our performance management cycle. So performance review forms displays a comprehensive performance summary showing the feedback captured on achievements. And now you can get better quality reviews, promote faster user adoption, and increase completion rates with a simple, engaging experience for everyone. Now it is also possible for you to capture a more balanced and complete view of employee performance with such nice functionality as ask for feedback and 360 review. Let's go to the system and see how the process of working with performance forms looks in SuccessFactors. So from this page, right now we are in the system as our manager who has, for example, his team, and manager can quickly rate his direct reports from this team overview tab by selecting exact value on each job-specific competency, for example, or even on each core value if you use such option in your company. So this is really nice functionality that helps your managers to save their time and to rate their direct reports from one page without option to open exact form. But if you need to rate, for example, goals or performance results, here, of course, you need to go deeper to the form by opening this form of your employee and selecting exact rating. So right now you can see the basic standard structure of this performance form. All users have opportunity to review the ratings and select these ratings. Of course, it is possible for them to provide their comments in these forms and to see detailed information about performance results, goals details, and other interesting options, for example, job-specific competencies and core values. So this is how the process of this performance review assessment is going in SAP SuccessFactors. And I think we can move to the next slide. And let's talk about the next part of talent management module, especially let's talk about succession and career development planning. I would like to start from the tool which helps us to assess employee potential. So basically, succession planning tool helps you, first of all, to track employee potential, performance, to understand key performers, top talents in our company. So succession management gives you an option to objectively assess these criteria, and based on these criteria, you can identify, develop, and retain the talent that you need in your company. Let's see how this process looks in the system. So as you can see from succession page, it is possible for you, first of all, to see general information about your successors. And of course, it is possible for you to review and update the main information, talent information about your employees. So here, as you can see, we have different criteria like indicators. And of course, you can update their values. And based on these indicators, you can do your succession actions. For example, you can nominate your employees, you can add these employees to talent pools if needed. So let's try to add our test employee to different position. You can find this position by keyword, for example, by word manager, and here you can select exact position that you need. So you can review the main information about this position, and of course you can provide the readiness, ranking, and notes about your employee why you decided to nominate this employee to this position. So this is how it looks. You just save your changes, and this information will be visible for everyone, for all users who are involved in the process of succession planning. The next tool is more about strategic succession management approach in SAP SuccessFactors. So succession management helps you to drive better business outcomes, assess the risk and impact of key talent loss, and gain visibility into the bench strength. Now you can instantly nominate internal or even external consultants to key positions that are important for your company. So let's go to the system and see how this process goes in SAP SuccessFactors. So as you can see from this page, it is possible for us to review the main information about our employee. We can open their talent cards to review the main information about this employee, like talent information or some performance results, performance potential options, also ratings about competencies and objectives. So all this important information can be found in one place. The next tool, which is really popular for many companies, is called Talent Pools. Talent Pools helps you to work with the group of employees where you can add your employees to exact group based on some criteria. For example, if you would like to have digital experts in your company, you can add your employee to these talent pools, and then you can work with this group of employees. So you can select their, you can define their readiness, for example. You can, again, open their talent card to review the main information about these employees. So, and the next tool, which I also would like to show you, this is the tool which is called Talent Search. By using this option, you can find exact best candidate for your key position by some key filters. For example, if we need to find someone who is ready to move to another company, we can select this criteria, and based on this selection, system will provide us exact candidates, exact best match for us. We can compare these employees in order to find the best solution for us. And yes, this is really nice functionality that helps you to save your time and find exact positions and close these positions by internal recruiting process. So let's go to the next part. And here I would like to talk about career development plans. So basically, this is our plans where we can create our development goals. And in SAP SuccessFactors, you can link these development goals with your competencies or even with some learning activities. So let's try and see how it looks in the system. So what I can say regarding creating these development goals, all users will have their development goal plans where they can create their development goals. Of course, previously, for example, user can discuss this process with his or her manager in order to understand and to be sure what development goal should be created. So here, as you can see, the interface is quite the same as we saw previously with performance goals. So we need to define development goal name, measure of success. Also, it is important for us to set up start date and due date. And also here, we can link our development goals with our competencies in order to understand what skills will be improved if we achieve our development goal. So let's try and select some competencies. And yes. Also, sometimes it is important to define the purpose, so why we decided to create this development goal for our current role or for future perspective. So this is the process of creating development goals. All users can review in more detailed way their development goals, some linked activities or linked learning programs, so it is also possible for them. Of course, as usual, you can update the status of your development goals in order to understand and highlight that you have already achieved this development goal. So, and let's move to the next part. And here I would like to discuss and to show you the reporting functionality in SAP SuccessFactors. This is a really popular question because many companies ask how we can see the overall information about our processes, how we can understand how many employees, for example, have some problems with their goals, how we can create table reports, so what to do. And here SAP SuccessFactors provides you a wonderful tool which is called Reporting Center, where you can create different reports in order to see detailed information about your department or even about the whole company. So let's try and see how it looks in the system. So as I said, all reports can be found in Reporting Center. Imagine the situation that I, as a manager, I would like to see overall information about goals about my team. In Reporting Center, I can select the goals dashboard in order to understand and see the main information about goals about my team. So I can select this dashboard and see different tiles with different types of information. For example, if I would like to see goals by status, I can select this tile and see detailed information. For example, how many goals are in status behind or completed or even not started. And here I can even scroll down in order to understand the list of employees, for example, who have not yet started completing their goals. Maybe they need some help, some advices, why not? So here I can select these employees and I can see the main information about these employees. So these reports are available for everyone, for example, for your managers, for your HR managers, and it really saves your time and helps you to see the main overall information about your team. And based on this information, you can react on business processes. And yes, this is really nice tool. So that was the last tool that I would like to show you, Alexei. So thank you so much, colleagues, for your time, for your attention.
Polina, thank you. Thank you very much.
Thank you,
So
Polina.
interesting, and I hope useful presentation for our attendees. Also, I would like to thank our attendees for a couple of questions. And as we mentioned before, it's time to answer the questions. So let's start from this question. Perhaps we will need to have a multiply language system. Is it possible to have this option?
If we're talking about multilingual systems, so yes, these options with different languages, what I can say, of course, for SAP SuccessFactors, it is possible to have such system with different languages. If I'm not mistaken, SAP SuccessFactors has more than 45 languages, and what you need to do is just to select exact languages that you would like to have, and consultants will help you to prepare your system, will adapt this system for these languages, will translate these modules, solutions for you, and you can use these solutions in different languages. It's not a problem at all.
Sounds very good. Thank you so much. And another one question, what if we do not yet know exactly how we would like to set up the SuccessFactors solution?
So here I can say that this is really a common problem. Sometimes clients are not sure if they, for example, configure good processes for their business according to their request. And here in SAP SuccessFactors, we have best practices, like best golden templates that you can use in order to configure the system based on these best practices. And it helps you to save your time because you do not need to create the system from very beginning. What you need to do just to take these standard templates, best practices, maybe you need to just slightly change these best practices templates, and yes, you can use this. We really help to save your time and to provide you an option to select best practices which are used by many top companies all over the world. So this can be.
Thank you so much. So I guess it's time to make some sum ups. First of all, let me thank you, Polina and Vladimir, for your comprehensive approach to the webinar, to the presentation as well. I guess it was very interesting, and I hope this information assists the attendees, let's say, to solve the main goal for business and to create their dream team, I guess, with SAP SuccessFactors solution. So many thanks for your time and have a great day, and see you at the LeverX webinars in next year.